All right. Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. Hello. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Last time I did a live stream was what, like I want to say a month ago. Hold on, 2 seconds. All right. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. And today we're going to continue and finish off probably the Marius campaign in DEI with the new campaign, the Mithridatic Wars. That's right. Oh, it's been a long time. Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I think the last, this is like episode 3 in the campaign so far, and the first 2 episodes were a major struggle because as Marius, you're kind of stretched out. I think like compared to Sulla, you've got a lot of cities in Iberia. You've got you've got Italy, most of Italy anyway. You've got some of North Africa, and it's all just kind of stretched out and very difficult to manage from a culture and public order point of view. But we did it. Basically, the first 2 episodes, we managed to bring it all into the positive, get some decent armies going, and finally defeat Sola out of Italy. So we did that, and now I'm kind of like basically eyes set on Greece, ready for invasion. And that's what this episode is all about. And hopefully, by invading Greece, I think Sola has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he's got roughly 7 or 8 cities in Greece, and then there's a few in Western Anatolia. So once we've taken all those cities, that should be the end of the campaign. That's the ambition here, to fully defeat Sulla and unite essentially the Roman Empire. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Jackie Italeri with a relaxing cup of milk. Yo, what's up, my man? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I love the name. Are you actually relaxing with a cup of milk? It's quite warm here in London and very bright, hence why I've closed the curtains here. Otherwise, it's going to be massively bright on this camera. I hope wherever you are, it's warm as well. How are you guys feeling about Total War Pharaoh so far? I'm guessing things are a little on the negative side. That's how I feel anyway. Simone, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Oh, this is taking a lot longer to load than usual. Hello, Jack Sparrow. What's up, my man? Right, here we are in Rome 2 Total War DEI. In the last couple of weeks, I've also been updating my Reshade presets because it uses the old Reshade program. I think I used to use 4.9.1. And now I've upgraded to the latest version of Reshade. So all of the Reshade presets, just as an FYI, will be getting a major update very soon. And it looks really good. It looks a bit darker and grittier, which I like a lot more than the kind of saturated and foggy kind of visual graphics of Rome 2. And this is all upgraded with like graphics mods as well, so just makes it a bit clearer and nicer, which I really like. Hello, Augugus and Johnst. You're skipping Pharaoh. Yep, fair enough. Yep. Ave Terminator. Hey Yuri, how's it going? Right, so yeah, so we started off with Sulla and Taris here. He also had Ariminum and Patavium as well. So Italy wasn't quite united. We've done that, which is really good. They still have Corsica, Corrales here, which we're gonna have to take back at some point. We've managed to stabilize Narbo, stabilize the public order generally across the empire, which is really good. Everything is in the positive. Very nice stuff here. Culture, Roman culture is on the rise. Well, not really here, which is a problem. But in North Africa, for example, everything's on the rise. Everything's good. Everything's nice. Banditry maybe a little bit too high, which we can deal with at a later time. What we're going to do is essentially we're going to invade via Apollonia here with this army, the First Legion, led by Cornelius Scipio. And we've got our army up here, led by Gaius Norbanus, ready to strike at Iadera, the settlement of Iadera. So, two-pronged attack into Sulla in Greece. Hopefully we can take these two cities pretty quickly. We can then begin expanding deeper into Greece. Dalmatium, Epidamnos, kind of conquering this Croatian, coastline here. And then taking over the rest of Greece with a couple of these powerful armies. Yeah. I think that would be a good kind of like way of getting into this campaign here. So we're out of money. I think that's all we're going to do in this turn. That's kind of where we left it off last time. So let's continue and see what happens next. Hello, Pieters. And Adi. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, man. Okay, so Sulla is on the attack. Okay, so they're going to attack Asculum, it looks like. Auto-resolve is actually positive, so we can destroy these fleets pretty easily. Hopefully. I mean, prediction accuracy is low, but... Okay, close victory. We got it. I don't really want to fight another settlement battle over one of my settlements. We've already done that. In the last stream, we basically fought like 3 of those. So, I don't really want to do that. Let's get on the front foot here and begin this invasion of Greece right from the get-go. With those fleets defeated, hopefully, if we can take these coastal cities, they won't have a lot of places to run back to as well. So that would be nice. Not sure what the garrison is like at Iadera, though. They might have a big garrison. So we'll have to see what that looks like. Mario is still alive, Yuri. Yes, he is. I haven't thrown him away just yet, like I usually do with my generals in battles. Everything is okay. All the generals are still alive, which is very good news. Pieters, I'm not sure what that means, but I'd love to know. So let me know what that means in English. Because it's Latin, obviously, but I don't know Latin. Just staying on Pharaoh for a second. A lot of you guys are saying I'm skipping Pharaoh. Skipping it too. Pharaoh's trash. I actually have been playing Troy for the last like few days, and just to try it out and go back to it and see, what it did well, what it did wrong. I'm coming out with a video actually. Tomorrow's video is going to be about Troy and my experiences in the last few days, what I found in my campaigning and in the battles that I thought were good and what I found that were really bad. And it's kind of like the theme of the video is kind of like, I've revisited Troy to understand where the worry and the caution from a lot of people is coming from, including myself, and it's pretty like, I'd say it's pretty damning, to be honest. I mean, Troy gets a lot of things very, very wrong, including the battles. Most definitely the battles are just not great. This army is going to go for Iadera. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. If you want to watch that episode, it's that video. It's coming tomorrow, and it's definitely all about Troy and why it just falls completely short. And I think you'll agree with a lot of my points in that video. I'm just going to do a bit more recruitment with this army before we move on. So we're going to do a couple more cav units here. And we've got a lot of infantry, but not a lot of ranged units. I love my ranged units. So we're just going to go for a couple more of the javelin infantry here. And then we're going to go after Apollonia. To be honest, like if this army can sweep down south and they both meet up around here, that would probably be the ideal scenario. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Let's have a look at, for a second, the political situation as well. Okay, right. Yeah, so we've got a 0% risk, but things are deep in the negative at the moment for these political parties, which I definitely... I'm not looking. The risk is at 0%. So let's worry about it. Maybe in the next turn we can spend a bit of money to rack up that political positivity towards us. It's my little variation on a famous Cato quote. After every Senate meeting, he would say, "Furthermore, I consider that Carthage must be destroyed." Okay. Very cool. Interesting little quote there. The units in Troy and what I've seen in Pharaoh really depresses me, especially after playing older Total Wars and their mods. Yeah, that's the biggest thing about Troy, really. It's the battles. I mean, the campaign is like 50-50 for me. There's some really nice mechanics. Visually, it must be one of the nicest campaigns that CA has ever made. Visually, artistically, graphically, the Troy campaign looks beautiful. But there are just some things that don't work as well as it should. Like the resource system is great on paper, but other like areas in which the resource system influences just does not work. Like diplomacy is broken because of resources. And the battles. I mean, the battles are really it boils down to the battles are too fast. They're too blobby. The animations suck like really bad. And they're just visually really bad. I mean, the Troy battles, the units, they look, for a historical game, they look cartoony. Like historical games, historically in the Total War series have been realistic. They've been grounded in some sort of realism. You watch these units run in like in formation, but kind of out of formation. They're like, their faces look a bit realistic. There's a bit of variation that, you know, they look real. That's the whole point. And yet in Troy, they really look cartoony and are not very like grounded in anything that resembles reality, which is a massive shame. It's the one thing that Troy I wish did better, just looked a bit more realistic. All right, so we're just going to put this army, now that it's full, back into this naval stance. And in the next turn, we should be able to cross and get on land here without any sort of attrition, hopefully. What else? So all these governors have just gotten skills. Let's give them some of these skills then. So we're going to do the tax. We're going to do cultural conversion, and we will do another cultural conversion. We've got this governor over here. I think they're all following the same thing. So we're going to just go with, we'll go with the research rate with this one. Publius Dilius Varro in North Africa is going to go for tax rate, conversion, and then I think that's it. So there we go. That should be okay. And then, right. So we've got this army in Iadera. Let's just attack this city really quick. They've got a pretty massive garrison, actually. So, oof. We're taking a huge hit to our forces. Look at that, 40% of our forces wiped out. if I auto-resolve this battle. So I don't like that at all. Hold on. So I think what we'll do is assault the city for this battle. It's going to be choke points and holding up front lines with high defense while our cavalry circles around. So it's a tiny city. I mean, we're definitely not going to have too much of an issue with our much better Principes and Hastati here. So we should be okay, but I just don't want to take those casualties, basically. He was a bit mad that Rome didn't finish the job after defending. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Have fun, and thanks for all the great Total War videos. Appreciate it, Pieters. Thank you. See you later, man. For real, you're like my main guy for Total War mod reviews. Thank you, Asuka. I appreciate that. More mod reviews to come. Hello, Corona. What's up, man? Hello, CW and Mohammed Medat. How can I install this Marius mod? If you've got DEI, Dividend Impera, it should be automatically installed. So you don't have to worry about it. And hello, Siberian Productions. What's up? What's up, man? Let's go. Watching on 2 different accounts. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely unexpected, but very much appreciated. Okay, cool. So we've got like 3 entrances here that are pretty clearly defined and that we can get in and cause some issues really quickly. We can get the cavalry coming in from this side as well, which should be fun. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely totally not going to happen. It's got to be this side of the map for sure. So we'll have our heavy melee infantry, a couple of units go in this way to begin with. We'll have a couple of these Marian volunteer legionaries come up behind them, back them up with 1 more major legionary unit, and then we'll have some veteran units and a couple more Astati, or the veteran legionaries, over here. What do we have left? We've got a couple more of these which we can send down this way, this little choke point. And we've got some spearmen, which I don't think I'm going to use, really. I mean, they're basically cannon fodder troops for field battles. And we've got these guys, so I think we'll put them in reserve over here. I mean, the first cohort is massively powerful, but I would only use them if I really need to. And then we've got the slingers. So slingers can probably come like here, where they can rain down fire on the backs of infantry over here or over here. And we've got the general. The general can, I think, support the middle here. All right, let's get this started. So we'll push these guys forward. Actually, we'll go with these guys like this. Let's get these guys moving up as well, and we'll have these guys move up as well. There's a single unit here, which is interesting. We might need to get let's get these guys together over here. All right, so they're all pushed up. Let's get them right up to the front line here. And they've left this choke point completely empty. So there's a route for us here, and we can push them down here as well. Yeah, we'll leave them there. That's fine as well. Let's do that. Let's get these guys over here, and we'll push them in the back there. The cavalry will come in soon. Oh yeah, they're starting to pull. They're starting to pull back to meet my infantry back here. That's fine. That's fine. I'm down with that. Let's get these guys slightly around here if we can. Wow, okay, so these guys really just went for this little choke point here, which is interesting. All right, let's get the cav into the mix here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Romans ready for duty.
Here we go. Let's get a little close up over here. The flank in the back by the heavy legionaries. Hey, Magi, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice. Very nice stuff. Let's move these slingers up as well. So one unit is holding up the back line here. I love it. Move these guys in. Cool. Cool. And then we don't need to do anything here. We can just move these infantry units up, in fact. Losing a little bit over here, but it's not the worst. Let's move these guys in for the morale bonus. And let's move these guys in as well. So what we might do is send one of the cav units over here. And the other one over here. These guys can hunt down these slingers.
Ready and waiting. Melee infantry ready. Sons of Mars.
Let's capture this point. Or let's get them to lose it, rather. We'll have the first cohort come around here. Just trying to get around this back line with some of these units now as well. Nice, we're capturing that point there as well. Slingers are doing their work on the back of these units there. The cav is kind of coming in, sort of. I think let's try and get them back into formation. That would be helpful. They're not really doing anything, just like walking into the enemy troops there. These guys have retreated now, so let's push them into the middle. Oh, okay. These guys are going on a little walkabout. No worries. Let's get this cav unit back up here. Big, massive blob of troops over here. They're not looking too happy as they get flanked and harassed in the rear. I love that these slingers moved into close combat range to fire at these slingers. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think we need the cav at this point. Let's just, all we need to do is just finish these guys off. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice. Pretty decisive. Going good. Great to see you pursuing the glory of Rome. Thank you, Magi. We are definitely in the pursuit of that glory. John, are you using any graphics mods? Yes, I am. I'm using a variety of graphic mods. I'm using the Orbis Terrarium, Orbis Aqua. We're using a DEI specific like a graphics HD mod, so like retextured graphics here and there throughout the battles and the campaign. I'm using AAA generals for some better general models and characters. There's HD Cities Plus, which is kind of the darker variation of cities on the campaign map, and Reshade. So a lot of the colors, the contrast, the bloom, all of that is kind of added in, or kind of tweaked really, through a program called Reshade. So if you're all interested in graphics mods or help for Rome 2 or any Total War game, you can go into, I have a playlist in my channel specifically for graphics in Total War games. So you can go in there, you can get all the, and it's you know, by game per video. For each one, I go through a bit of a guide on how to make your graphics optimized. There's a variety of recommendations for mods, and there's a quick guide on how to install Reshade, as well as my presets. So I'm actually updating all the presets that I have for every Total War game that I've made so far. I'm trying to update them. I've so far updated Rome 2. I'm still playing around with Attila. I've done Empire, Medieval 2, and Thrones of Britannia, and Warhammer 3, I think. I haven't done any of the others yet. I haven't done Shogun 2 or 3K yet, or Napoleon. I haven't done Napoleon either. Right, so we're gonna occupy the settlement. Iadera has been captured, our first kind of Greek city. We've got an Illyrian settlement, which I'm gonna start getting rid of right off the bat. And then yeah, we're gonna start pushing across from there as well. We do have a lot of money left over though, so what I might do is, first of all, we're gonna put this guy in patrol stance because that's just gonna help with the public order here massively. The other thing we're gonna do is, I don't know if we're at max armies yet. We're not. Wow, look at that. We have a lot of armies. We're gonna do a bit more recruitment and get another army going, because if we can get a second army coming here to help us support the invasion, that would be very, very helpful, I think. We'll do it here in Beneventum. So let's get Marius involved. Am I right? Gaius Marius the Younger. He's going to finally get his chance, his day in the spotlight. And we recruited him and we got more income. How hilarious is that? So we'll get the cohorts prima for him. We'll get a couple of legionary veterans as veteran legionary as well. And then we'll do some cheaper units, some normal legionaries as well, and the essential cavalry. And then we'll push this army across with this other one towards Apollonia. I need a fleet as well, to be honest, because I want to kind of clean up these Sulla fleets that are around Italy a little bit. Tax level, I think, is fine. Oh, we've got some skills to spend, so let's just do that really quickly as well. So we'll go with public order here, and I think we'll go for morale and enemy territory, and then we'll go with campaign map movement range. We'll do empire maintenance here, super important. And is there another empire maintenance I can get through this general? Not that I'm seeing. Admiral, no. Military acquisition. No, I think that's the only empire maintenance skill that we have here. There used to be one down this chain in the capable bureaucrat, but I think they removed it in the last update. It used to be this one here, political reformer. I'm pretty sure. That's fine. Let's just do that one, and we'll get the ferocious warrior as well. Nice. How is... Oh man, political secession is getting even worse. So I might just spend a little bit of money to get the patrici a little bit more on my side politically. That would be good. And then let's end the turn. Denver Thug, how's it going, man? Welcome. Do mods work on Mac? That's a good question. I don't know is my answer. I've never actually tried running a Total War mod on MacBook. I used to have a MacBook. I actually still have it, but I haven't used it in a long while, a couple of years. So yeah, my answer is I don't know. I don't know if does anyone in the chat know whether you can run Total War mods on MacBook? I'm guessing you can, but I think you'd have to install them manually, maybe, just for the best performance possible. I'm not sure. Dan Andre, how's it going, man? Will you stream an Anno Domini 919 in the near future? I would love to, definitely. I will be. I think now that this campaign is coming slowly to a head on its final episode, the next one could very well be a 919. I've been playing on normal the last couple weeks, which is too easy. So I think we're going to do it on hard. And I'll get a poll going. I'll get a poll to see what faction people would like to see me play as well. What faction would you like to see me play, Dan and everyone else in chat, in 919 AD? So there's the Roman faction, the theme of Lombardy. I think it's Lombardy. There's the Saxon faction. That's 2. There's the Kingdom of Dublin and Jorvik, which is one of the Viking kingdoms in Britain. There's Wessex. That's 4. There's the Kingdom of West Francia. There's the Moorish Kingdom of Cordoba and the Kingdom of Leon, of course. That's 7. What's the 8th that I'm forgetting?
These people are a danger. Your generals are well placed to
Damn.
topple these
What was the other?
Can you do this?
Francia. Oh, let's just say no here. Oh my god, I just made a video about this mod. Yeah, it's totally left my mind. I've no idea. I don't remember. Hello, Colonel Foley. Rommel. How's it going, man? Just raising armies in conquered territories. You know the norm. Nice, Denver. Nice. Between 1212 and Empire. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good choice, good choice. Let's go with Marble and Iadera. Get some resources going in that city. And then yeah, I think it's time to attack Apollonia. So let's go across here. And we are besieging the city. They do have a garrison, but it's not very good. I mean, again, they only have a couple of these garrison marines. They've got some naval units. I mean, 65% remaining force is still a very high chunk of losses, but I think we can probably replenish them pretty quickly. So let's do it. Let's auto-resolve. We'll take the city, do a bit of replenishment, and wait for a bigger battle here. Not one where we're constantly fighting garrison armies. Cavalry is taking some losses. We've got a couple of these legionaries that have taken some hits as well. Why don't we do a bit of looting? Let's loot the city. We'll have tons more money. Look at that, 12,000. And what do we have here? Temple of Mercury. I'm not feeling it. Let's get rid of that. We've got irrigation ditches. We'll get rid of that too. We've got docks. What do we have in Taris? In Taris, we have a military wharf, so we don't really need another one. So we can get rid of that. Probably get a fishery in Apollonia. And then, so we've got some issues in Magna Graecia, which isn't cool. We've got lots of money though, so what we'll do is we will secure the loyalty of the Equites, and then our Gaius's wife, the lovely Licinia, will throw some games to make the people happy in Magna Graecia. That's what we'll do. There you go. So things should be in the positive now, which is good. What is causing the issues here? Let's have a look for a second. We've got -6 buildings. -2 events, -7 taxes. Okay, so let's just lower. No, let's keep that there. I don't know why I did a little kissing sound there. And we've got this army that can strike at Dalmatium. We could do that. Where did that fleet go? So that fleet is over here. And let's wait to see what that fleet does. Because if they turn around and attack Iadera, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. So yeah, let's do that, and then let's just keep up a bit more recruitment in this army here. Do a bit of that. We'll get another legionary, veteran legionary here. Yeah, we'll do that, and then let's get. Yeah, let's get a couple of those, and then we'll focus on some cavalry and slingers, maybe. And then, what else? We've got lots of building slots as well across the empire. Also, are we actually taxing everyone? So we're not taxing Lusitania at the moment, and we don't really need to. Libya is also not being taxed. And we don't really need to. Narbonensis, definitely not. Okay, so yeah, we don't really need to tax all these places at the moment. Definitely don't need to tax this place and Illyricum either, so let's just get rid of that. And let's move the army out of the city as well, because that's incurring some public order penalties. Cool, all right. So we've got Apollonia. We've got Iadera. Let's see what this fleet does, and then we'll attack Dalmatium next? We've got the Empire maintenance, which we can do twice. Oh, so good. And I think we'll do the public order as well. Gaius Julius Caesar has a skill. So let's just go over to him. He's over in Torraco. And we'll get another Empire maintenance skill going here as well. And then let's end the turn. I would like a video about how to expand and enhance Total War Medieval 2 with mods. Something like better siege maps, evolved mechanics, maybe even better factions. Kareem, good question. So what you're talking about is, it sounds like a mod collection. Am I right? What you're looking for is a collection of mods that can enhance Medieval 2, which is a good question. I don't really know any good collections out there. I haven't done enough investigating specifically for Medieval 2. I know Medieval 2 has loads of like overhaul mods that does all of that in one package. But I haven't seen anything. I haven't specifically looked into anything that's kind of like a collection of little mods that does things that enhances the gameplay experience. There is like Vanilla Beyond. There's some vanilla specific overhaul mods that you can try out that I can recommend. But yeah, that's kind of like, I can look into it for you, definitely. We need Terminator playing Warhammer. Warhammer 3 is okay. I mean, I played, like, for example, I'm a verified creator in the CA partner program, which means I get early access to anything they make, right? So I got early access to Chaos Dwarves and I played them, and it's a very interesting faction. I mean, you've got some different unique mechanics. Their units are very fun to play with. But I always find with the Warhammer games, I don't know about you guys, I keep playing one campaign and then getting bored and leaving it for a few months. It's that kind of game for me. Like, I played a couple of the Chaos Dwarf campaigns when they came out, and then I haven't played since, basically. So yeah, I'd love to maybe do a Warhammer campaign, but I just feel like I'll get bored really quickly, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of my answer to that at the moment. Right. So, I think what we'll do, let's have a look at Dalmatium, see if they have any armies there defending. They don't, which is cool. They have a 20 stack garrison. So we can definitely besiege the city. Who knows? They'll maybe attack, in which case we're definitely going to be able to demolish them. I think we'll just do some light siege towers, maybe a ladder, wait for them to run out of supplies as well. And then we've got this army over here that we don't need to have in a patrol stance anymore, really. So we'll just move them over to Iadera over here to help with the public order there. And then Magna Graecia is going further into the positive, which is really great. What we're going to do is get a couple more of these volunteer legionaries. 11. So we'll do 3 or 4 slinger units, maybe 3, a couple more infantry units, and then a few cav units to finish that army off as well. Apollonia, on the other hand, probably could use with that repair, and then we'll do a fishing port. We'll do consecrated ground. Actually, we won't do that repair. We'll just do we'll do a farm there for now. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll repair the main city another time. Cool. All right. 0% risk. Things are looking nice. We've got some nice effects from our political situation as well. We've got some skills to spend. Empire maintenance. Nice. And empire maintenance there. We'll do research rate maybe as well. And then over here, we've got some skills as well, so we can just spend it on even more empire maintenance. I wonder where our empire maintenance is now. Let's have a look at that, actually. Expansionism. So we're at plus 20% empire maintenance with the Imperium level that we're on. And if you go into the cities, I think the cities actually tell you how much of the income is lost due to empire maintenance. So if we look here at Rome, empire maintenance is at minus 97%. So the further we can bring this number down, because I think when we started, it was at like 110, 115, the easier it will be to have a bigger income. I think Lombardy or Kingdom of Leon would be a great idea. Definitely fighting off the Moorish Corduba in Iberia. Dan Andre, I hear you, man. No Warhammer, only historic. Brand White, I agree. I agree. Is it weird that I've never played as Rome in any of the Rome Total War games? Being completely honest, it's not weird. I mean, Rome is an incredibly overpowered faction in all the Rome games, so it's generally a very easy time. All the other factions are usually a bit more challenging. So I don't blame you for it. I mean, Rome is interesting. They're usually the faction with the more kind of engaging roster. But the other factions in the games are good too. I mean, Rome 2, the Seleucid campaign, Egypt, the Greek factions, Sparta, using those pikemen, or even like playing as one of the Gallic or Germanic factions and fighting off Rome. That's always a good time, in my opinion. Hey, Philippakis, how's it going, man? I'm good, thank you. Great to see you here again. R. Kalabin the Black, do you have a mod list? I love how your game looks. I really need to do this. I'm very sorry, guys. What I'll do for the next time from now on in my live streams is have a list of mods that I use in my campaigns. This one for DEI is a mix of the DEI mods. There's a DEI HD specific mod, a specific DEI graphics mod. There's the AAA Generals mod. There's the Orbis Terraria, Orbis Aqua graphics mods. There's the HD Cities mods, specifically the darker version. And there's a Reshade. If you want to look at all of that on my Rome 2 graphics guide, you've got all of that pretty much there to access and download for yourself. So that's where you can find it all, basically. Right, so Delminium is under siege. 5 turns till surrender, but obviously we're not going to wait until they surrender. We've got a couple more turns of siege equipment to be built, so we're just going to wait for that. And in the meantime, we're going to drive this army down south to Iadera, so we can start patrolling the region over here. I think we can do it from here, actually. So, yeah, let's do that. And we've got Marius himself is still doing a bit of recruitment. So we'll just... I wonder why I can't get Sicilian... Oh, I've already recruited the max. That's why. Okay, cool, fine. We'll get a couple of Jav units. And... we'll get some Therios spears. Why not? Tarentine Therios spears. We'll get maybe 2 or 3 of those, and then we can get some cav. And then we'll send them across the sea here. Pretty much everything is in the positive except for Corsica, which looks like a bit of a blip. What we'll do is increase the tax level slightly just for this turn. gonna affect public order a little bit, but it's not the worst. We'll just do it for one turn to have a slightly better income, a bit more money to play around with. Let's see. As a historical Total War nerd, I can only do Warhammer 3. Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, oh, interesting. Oh, snap. Look at that. They have, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 12 units. Oh my gosh, that's not good. It's actually Sulla himself. Look at that. That's wild. I mean, this is really not good at all. You know what? Let's see what kind of a this is going to be a weirdly, definitely decisive battle in their favor, but let's see what happens. What's my grand strategy on the campaign map? I mean, at the moment, what the plan is essentially is to sweep across Sulla and take over his cities, unite the Roman Empire, essentially. We have a two-pronged kind of invasion of Greece going on at the moment, which is fun. It's been good so far, successful. And then that's essentially it. That's what we're trying to achieve today. Abdul Aziz King, nice. Good to hear from you, man.
Enemies have ambushed you. As you have been taken by surprise,
Okay, so
there will be time to move your army until the fighting starts. Also, be aware that the enemy may attack from both sides of the road, so you may need.
okay, here we go. So we've got 2 cavalry units. We've got legionaries, first cohorts, general of the legion. What was that? Oh, right. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy. Okay. This is really, I mean, yeah, this is gonna be very tough to try and get out of. What are we gonna do here? Let's send the general this way. We'll send these guys up here, and we'll get the light missile infantry to try and distract these units by running this way, maybe.
To defend in 2 directions.
I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, their cavalry is going straight for me, dude.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Our general is under attack.
Oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to get out of this? I don't think so, dude. I don't think I'm gonna get out of this at all.
The men are wavering.
Let's see if I can charge at this unit from behind here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these guys are really not doing well. That was a really, really weak charge from the general. What are we gonna do here? This is definitely a lost cause. There is absolutely no way I'm winning this. Yeah, there they go.
Battle. This is a shameful
They're all gonna start coming after me. Oh my gosh. If I can just get the general out towards me and then charge him, I might be able to just maybe just be able to kill him. Cool. I think we were gonna defeat his heavy shot cav. There we go. Nice. Let's reform. Oh boy. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, so we can try and charge these guys. They're kind of at the front. Oh no, yeah, they took. Oh boy, yeah. No, I don't think there was any way I was gonna ever win that battle. Really, they just had too much going on. Maybe you can try playing as the Kingdom of Wessex. I think it will be challenging and fun because of the amount of enemies you have to fight. Yeah, definitely. That's a good point. Why are you running? Husin. I think I didn't really have a choice, really, in terms of where I was going to go, how I was going to fight. I was trying to circle them around a bit, but once they defeated the infantry, it wasn't going to be very long before they caught up to me and the general. Just bring up a coalition. Yeah, I think that's easier said than done when you're the biggest faction on the map and everyone else hates you. So, yeah. Perhaps do a recap of the previous episodes at the start. I did do a recap at the start of the stream. Prince, I did. So I'll go through it again once we're back on the campaign map. I'll give you a little recap of how things have gone so far. And it has been an interesting campaign. I mean, Marius isn't very easy. Marius is definitely not an easy campaign. The main problem so far has been public order and cultural conversion, really. I mean, we started off with almost negative income. That didn't help. And then the majority of the cities within the empire were a completely different culture, so that didn't help either. Oh my god. So that fleet just came back up and took Iadera. That's so dumb. So hold on, I'll just go through a little recap in a second, guys. Hold on. Let's see what else Sulla does. Okay, anyway, so yeah, it was mainly kind of a struggle to get public order into the positive and get some good income, because empire maintenance at the start of the campaign was at like 115% or more. I mean, it was pretty debilitating. And though we have a lot of cities, that just means we're not generating enough income, right? So a lot of the efforts have been, let's get some generals throughout the empire, kind of gaining experience and skills to lower empire maintenance, to increase cultural conversion and public order. And that basically worked. So the first 2 episodes was all about kicking Sulla out of Italy, which we did, and basically as an empire getting to a point where public order was in a good, healthy place. And it's mostly there. I mean, Iberia is all positive. North Africa is all positive. Magna Graecia in Italy is still quite negative, so we're struggling there a little bit. But Italy, and especially in the north side, is doing pretty good. Culture is doing pretty good. It's just basically now lowering that empire maintenance as much as we can and invading Greece. That's the next step, which we've done, which we are doing right now. So we're going to lift the siege on Dalmatium and I think go back and take Iadera. Because yeah, we're definitely good. We're going to go back here. We're going to take the city. I'm not messing around here. I don't really care whether they have a fleet or not. And then hopefully Sulla will come down and attack me. Which is fine by me. Like I'm down to get attacked right now. Let's just lower the tax rate a little bit here because we have a decent income. And I think we're gonna just leave all of this, but we'll get the marble going again. And then, yeah, I mean, there's no point in having this army over here. If Sulla decides to go north, then we kind of need to be prepared in Patavium. 12 units. So, yeah, let's just do a little bit of recruitment with this army here. And then we've got Marius, of course, with 14 units at the ready here. So I think that's pretty good. We'll just start moving him across. We'll get him over to Apollonia so that the larger army led by Scipio can continue invading Greece over here. I think what we might do is also get a spy. Public order, local province. Yeah, let's get a spy here. Can I recruit any more? No, I can't. So we'll get the spy to see what is going on in Larissa and Pella, maybe. But what we'll do is we'll have Marius station around Apollonia. We'll have Scipio going north to Epidamonos. Hopefully, together, these guys can defeat Sulla and take Dalmatium. And then we can focus down the rest of these cities. So, yeah, just to like go over that recap for a second. We didn't have Taris. Sulla basically started with 3 cities in Italy, Taris, Ariminum, and Patavium. We took those back. We did a lot. I mean, I did so much work to stabilize public order and get income into the positive. So things are looking pretty good public order wise. So I did so much work for that to happen. And it's finally happened, which is really good. And then, yeah, I mean, there's tons of buildings that we can start building across the empire, but I'm kind of more leaning towards let's keep up the invasion, get a few more cities to prop up the income here, and then we can start investing in some more kind of economy building across our Roman Empire here. All right, so all we need is Sulla to come down and attack us. Once that happens, I think we're going to be in a pretty good place. The diplomats are still here in Rome too. They are dignitaries. I've been using them a lot. And have you destroyed the goals? No, I haven't yet. No. Not yet. That's kind of not really the mission in this campaign. The goals are still there and they're kind of, you know, mixing around with each other. I think they're kind of at war with Massalia at the moment, which is fine by me. I mean, they're not at war with me, which is cool. DEI is the kind of mod where if you have multi-front wars going on, you're definitely going to lose unless you're kind of in the mid or late game, essentially. So I'm not doing that. Caesar is stationed in Tarraco at the moment, Villa. He's doing a bit of public order work there, but very soon I will send him back to the Senate, and then I will recruit him as a general in the front line. Or, I mean, from there, if we're successful enough and we want to continue the campaign, I could do a Caesar's invasion of Gaul in this campaign as well. That could be interesting. But yeah. The only thing about DEI, and I need to test this out in a manual installation, actually, is the end turn times. The end turn times could be a lot faster, but they're quite slow here at the moment. All right, so we've got this rebellion imminent, which is fine. I don't really need to worry about it too much. We've got Sulla over here, and I'm very inclined to go up and do this. Like, let's defeat Sulla, guys. Once and for all. Let's get him in a battle, and let's beat him up. He's got some nice units. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7 decent legionaries versus 5 of mine. But I've got a couple more cav units that are decent and full compared to him. And I've got a lot more of the volunteer legionary, which hopefully in a massive front line, we can kind of envelop him and corner that general and kill Sulla once and for all. Exile Alchemist. I'd love to get into DEI, but it feels like such an investment. Honestly, it isn't, man. I mean, yes, there are a lot of mechanics to get used to. And I mean, yes, it is more challenging. It is more difficult for sure. But it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. If you play the vanilla Rome 2 and you're thinking, you know what, this is too basic, I want something a bit more challenging, I highly recommend, guys, you get into DEI. It is, for me anyway, it's always been a breath of fresh air for Rome 2 Total War. It really does wonders. So I highly recommend it myself, but that's just me. All right, so let's get the army over towards the enemy here. Let's take a moment to appreciate these units as well. So this is Sulla's heavy melee infantry, the legionary units here. There's the veteran legionary with these fantastic shield designs over on this side. And Sulla himself is on the battlefield. There he is. The myth, the legend. It's a proper Roman war over here. And here is this is Cornelius Scipio. It's not Marius, actually. And Scipio will bring an end, finally, to the Sulla threat. Hopefully, anyway. Unless I, pardon my French, fuck this up. Let's just fast forward a little bit here. We have the slingers in front because they have Rhodian slingers and Cretan archers, but the slingers hopefully should be able to bring these guys down a little bit. The Cretan archers are worrying, though. I mean, they have some nice armor versus these slingers that have nothing. almost into position. I will get to the chat in a second, guys. Hold on. Let's just get this battle going.
Missile infantry ready.
Let's move these guys a bit more forward. So they're pushing their troops forward, which means I'm going to do the same. So let's get all our infantry kind of up here. Nice. The first cohort definitely needs to be part of what's going on, so let's just move them up as well. And then the general is going to start flanking around here, so we'll get him around too. Slingers starting to do their work against the Cretan Toxotoy. I don't know why they're pushing through and not firing. All right, hold on. Let's just get these guys to hold position. And they will fire their ranged pilums as well now as well. There we go. Nice, nice. Love that.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's get the first cohort up here. And for some reason, the AI is... Okay, fine. Cool. We'll just push through, lads. All right, we're going to do a bit of flanking with some of these units here. They're small, but they're still going to have the flanking bonus. Let's have these guys charge at them. And we'll have these guys charging at the cavalry. Got the cohort prima a little bit more into the fight here.
Our general is under attack.
All the frontline units are doing okay. Backline is doing okay as well. Combat breached.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Got these guys turned around. Sulla's coming in for a charge. Yes. Excellent. Right. And then we're going to send the slingers around, I think. Get them into a flanking position. I think Sulla's starting to run. Yes, he is. Let's chase after him. Do a bit of inspiration. Come on, we need to go after Sulla. One of these needs to kill him. No, didn't work. All right, let's get these guys around here. Oh, interesting. Single infantry unit try to push through, which is fine. Oh, I don't think we're going to catch up to him, which is such a shame. All right, let's do a bit of charging into the back here. Solid charge, solid charge. And they're retreating, those two units, which is good. First cohort has done their job as well. Let's get the legatus back up on this side. Oh, totally ran. It sucks. Sulla survived. Shame. All right, we're going to take a bit of a charge into this unit here because they're wavering. There we go. That's a bit better as well.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Got the general back. These guys can keep attacking them. On this massive blob here. Go for a charge with the general. And of course, they're all turning red. Got one unit retreating, another one red as well. Get the general out of there and get this unit into the fight.
Ready for orders. Quickly now. Levy. First cohort. Charge. Ready and waiting. Orders. Commander, at your service. Yours to command.
That should pretty much be the end of it, really. Do one more charge into the backs of this unit here. And that's it. Okay. Not as decisive as I thought it was going to be, but we did do a lot of damage. They've lost 2,000 of their men. Damn. Just looking at the chat. Hummingbird, yes. I'm using Divide and Impera. Thinking better now. I think Pharaoh isn't that bad. I would get it for a lower price. The units seem nice. They're pretty to look at, and the Hittites seem interesting. No, fair enough, Eddie. If that's how you feel, no judgment here. I hope you enjoy it when you get it, or if you get it, you know. Terminator, want to hear a good tip? Sure, let me know. Does Rome 2 have a workshop? It does indeed. It does. Yeah, that is a lot of loss. 750 is a lot of losses. It's true. I think the majority of it was the volunteer legionary. I think they've all basically lost half force, which is quite a lot. Yeah. I'm surprised that the Cretan archers charged me, though. That was a bit weird. I mean, they're one of, if not the best ranged unit in Rome 2 and in DEI. Surely they should be firing their archers, their bows, rather than charging in like that. Yeah, so we lost a couple of units here, but it's not the end of the world. We will ransom the captives here. I don't know. I don't think we killed Licinius Lucilius. I mean, we must have killed Sulla, right? Because that's not the same general there. Strange. When starting a campaign, you should go for the Gauls first. I mean, this is a totally different. This isn't like an average Rome campaign, Abdulaziz. This is DEI, the Mithridatic Wars. So there's a very specific kind of like step by step in terms of how you're kind of supposed to be expanding here. Let's do the upkeep tradition here. We'll do public order. We'll do campaign map movement. And yeah, I mean, this army has definitely taken a bunch of losses. So we're going to do a bit of chilling, I think, with this one until we can get Marius up to Apollonia here. No fleets. And Apollonia has... Let's just repair that. Not a great garrison. Let's move this agent around, see what's in Larissa maybe. Or if there's an army maybe looming. Looks like they're just starting recruitment, so they might not have anything. Lepidus over in Larissa. Interesting. -2, -4. I think it's just because it's winter, isn't it? Because winter has some pretty negative effects. Yeah, it's pretty massive. That's fine. So we got 4 units actually here. That's interesting. Okay, what we'll do is we will move this army a little bit further into towards Illyricum. We will do one more recruitment here. Maybe the Legion. Actually, no, we'll do a couple more recruitment drives here with this army. And we'll give a couple of these units to Norbanus here, and we can station the rest of the army around Iadera, and then these 2 armies can meet up to take Dalminium and Epidamnos. Hopefully, anyway, that's the plan. Cool. All right. I think that's it for this turn. If I'm not wrong, replacing losses in DEI is annoying. It's tougher. I mean, there is a population mechanic in DEI. So if you take a lot of losses, the region that you're in needs to have the correct manpower to be able to replenish the units. So it is tougher. I mean, like we took Apollonia, we auto-resolved it, but it took us about 3 turns to replenish the army fully. Whereas the one up in Iadera that just went through the battles with Sulla, there is no, I'm pretty sure there's no manpower there to replenish the army. So we're going to have some more issues up there, I'm pretty sure. Terminator, you won't cover Total War Pharaoh? I will, definitely. I don't have early access to the game yet. So the game comes out in October. Verified creators in the program get access to content earlier by about a month. So I might get access earlier because I'm mainly a historical Total War gamer and creator. I've been told that I'm potentially on a list of people that might get access a little bit earlier than most. So if that happens, I'm definitely going to be making content over Pharaoh for sure. So you can guarantee that, definitely. Would you consider doing an Insularis Draco stream series? I'd love to see a Dalmatia campaign or restoring Roman Gaul. I would love to, actually. Insularis Draco is one of my favorite mods on Medieval 2 right now. I've been playing, I've tried the Roman Gaul faction. It's so tough, dude. It's like one of the hardest campaigns you can play, honestly. For good reason too. I mean, Roman Gaul collapsed, right? So it's really tough to try and wrangle back a positive income and you know, defend yourself against Eastern invasions. It's really, really tough. I'd love to, man. Definitely. Right, so Marius is in Greece. I'm going to do a fortify stance here, and we're going to move the First Legion up towards Epidamnos. It's got to be next. It has to be next on the docket. And then we're just going to move this army further towards Scipio. Cornelius Scipio. I think it's Cornelius. No, it's Gaius Norbanus. My bad. And I mean, we've got tons of money. So I think what we'll do is we'll just, politics-wise, we're not doing so hot. So let's just secure their loyalty there. And then we're just going to send our lovely wife to do some games in Illyricum. And then, yeah, hopefully winter ends soon. And we can have a bit of rest and respite from negative public order everywhere. Nice. So yeah, Epidamnos next. Dalminium. And then we can start sweeping across the rest of Greece. Can I deploy my agent here? Yeah, let's do that. All right. Terminator, I've been good at Rome Total War Mobile. Ended Gauls, now Spain is getting eaten. Good for you, man. Nice. I find that the load times for DEI are still painfully slow, even though they apparently patched them somewhat. Yeah, I feel the same as well. Load times are definitely better. But what you can do, Fakia dude, is download DEI directly from the web page, from the DEI website. If you do that and install it manually, it should apparently help with your load times. So that's something you can test out. I still have to test that out myself, but give that a try. Let me know if it actually helps. I can't recommend enough for people to use SSD, solid state drive. Just FYI, if you don't know what that is, for any Total War game, especially modded, it does wonders. It does help. I'm using an SSD right now. It definitely does help. I'd consider the Roman Gaul to be one of the easiest campaigns. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I have a hard time with it. Maybe it's just I need to get a bit more used to the Medieval 2 kind of, and especially Insularis Draco systems and yeah, I need to probably get used to things a little bit more in that mod, to be honest. Tour streams. Yeah, I know, man. I know. What kind of factions will there be for Pharaoh? Egypt, Hittites, the Sea Peoples will be the... I don't know, actually, Eddie. I mean, we know that the first three factions are Egypt, the Hittites, and the Canaanites. There are some faction pack DLCs that CA is working on, but I don't know what they are, to be honest. That's kind of anyone's guess at the moment. Right, so we've got Epidamnos here under siege as well. We're gonna just move this. So this army's starting to replenish slowly but surely. Let's move this one down to give it some more units. So we'll just go with a couple of these nicer units, I think. Yeah, look at that. Much nicer. And then what we'll do is we'll start moving this army south and put this guy into patrol stance. Yeah, that should help with things a bit. We are at March, so I think this is the last turn of winter, hopefully, because it's been quite tough winter. Winter this year has been tough. So yeah, I personally imagine that the faction packs will include the Sea People. I think the Sea People will be playable at some point. I think that just as Troy had like a Egyptian style horde faction, or there was the the Amazonian faction, like I think those are the kinds of faction packs we're getting. We're not gonna get like a, oh, the map has been expanded out to Babylonia, so here's a bunch of Babylonian factions. I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not what CA's never done that in a campaign map before. So I think that what's more likely to happen is there's gonna be like this new kind of single Babylonian faction that's kind of like entered the arena as a horde, or a Sea People's invasion faction that you get to control in a coalition of Sea Peoples. I think that's what's probably going to happen. It's not going to be like a massive amount of work done by CA Sophia, in my opinion. I mean, I'm happy to be proven wrong, of course, but we'll see. Terminator, what do you think about a Total War game on console such as PS5? No, I don't think it would work. I mean, I just don't see myself personally ever playing a Total War on console. I don't really get how people play Paradox games on console. It just seems so foreign to me. Interesting. So the Egyptians have just declared war on us. Roman Gaul is all about patience, and you have to be ready to lose provinces like Western Rome and Attila. So buildings lack descriptions. The Romans get vineyards that overclocks the economy. Yeah, that's my impression as well. I mean, I've tried to play Rome in Insularis Draco as like a, right, we start off with a bunch of units. Let's get rid of them all. There are like a few key cities that you need to hold, just like in Attila. So you kind of prioritize economy building within that kind of area. And if you start losing some kind of periphery outlier cities, it's okay. That's kind of been my approach, but it's just been really difficult. I guess I've found it's been difficult personally. Right, so let's start moving this army towards Dalmatium. And I think what we might do actually is walk. Oh, I can't walk past Dalmatium. I was thinking it would be good to just merge these two together, take Epidamnos, and then do the same for Dalmatium, but not sure I'm gonna be able to do that actually. Unless I besiege the city with this smaller army and this guy moves past. That could actually work, you know. Interesting. Proconsul, nice. let's move the spy north. See if there's anything in Pella going on. Nothing. Interesting. Okay. What if we move this army over here to support the siege? How will that look? Okay, cool. Nice. Let's do that then. So we're going to occupy the city here. Nice. And then we will just put this guy into patrol stance really quick. That's plus 11. Nicely done. And then the next turn we'll go for Dalminium here. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. We're at 3,000 income. Pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, the bulk of the casualties were cavalry, of course. Thank you, auto resolve. And we've got some skills to spend, so let's just do that really quick. Agents. I think we'll do Zeal, and we'll do that one. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. So you're saying that playing Total War on a controller doesn't work? I haven't tried it, personally. I've never done it, but I don't imagine it would be very fun, really, on a controller. The Rise of the Republic campaign is about to get some love from DEI in the summer patch. I've heard about that. Yep. Cam, one of the main modders on DEI, has been talking to me about the next update and the love that it's getting in the Rise of the Republic campaign. So basically, I think they're going to be merging the mod that Summary and Sergeant Meme Swaraj they were working on, or Ab Orbe Condita, something like that. For Rise of the Republic. So hopefully that's being merged in to be made a bit more efficient, stable, optimized, some more content if they're working as a team on it as well. That could be really cool. Definitely. It sounds like DEI is about to end their Rome 2 work in the latest official video. Hard to believe it's been almost 10 years. What makes you say that, Lenthar? I wonder what the Egyptians are going to get up to. I mean, they've declared war on us, so if they end up sending an army to, like, Sicily, I'm going to be so mad, dude. Honestly. Massalia doing their little tiptoeing dance with the Volcae in Tolosa. We have a food shortage, which is definitely not good either. Minus 19. So let's just get rid of that. That's not fun. And let's besiege Dalminium.
None will escape.
And we'll send this army north as well to help out with this siege. Yeah, the balance of power is very high now. So we'll just get a couple more equipment before we get into that. And then Apodomnos is fine. I'm not really worried about an invasion from this side. I'm more worried about anything from up here. Seen this fleet as well, which isn't great. If they attack Apodomnos or Apollonia especially, I mean, yeah. Let's see here. Is there anything else I can do? Let's do that. Illyricum, no. Macedonia, no. I mean, Libya, we have a single city here. It's not really worth it. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Why not? Armenensis. No. Okay, we're just going to keep it at that then. That's fine. We do have a lot of money. Which we can... Can we do anything around here? Let's repair, I think, this city. Do some of that as well. All right. And then let's hopefully take Dalmatium in the next turn. CA should include a food supply mechanic to maintain your army strength. I can agree with that, definitely. So they've attacked Apollonia. Let's just get rid of that. Ransom the navy. And I think we're going to move this army down south to Apollonia as well to keep defending the city against further incursions. Hopefully they don't have another army coming up as well. We seem to have the same strategy, how to play Roman Gaul. I'd love to see you struggle. The new Roman reform is really cool. Best of luck from Sweden. Thank you, Bacchus Gabi. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I might get to it. I do have plans to do a 919 AD stream, I think, first after this campaign. So if this one finishes today, then I'll probably start that on Thursday. And then in the next couple of weeks, we'll do an Insularis Draco, perhaps. Sorry, but I gotta ask, aren't you all disappointed with Total War Pharaoh? Because personally, I was really hoping for a Medieval 3. Yeah, I mean, Philippakis, I don't know if you watched my video from, I think it was last Friday, but I go through all my thoughts about Pharaoh, about why I think the game itself is a little bit underwhelming. I'm doing a video tomorrow about Troy, because in the last couple days I've been playing Troy again to understand, you know, Sophia's thinking behind the design there and why I don't think it panned out very well, and hence, you know, because of how kind of not badly received. I don't think people enjoyed Troy as much as they thought they would, and how that's kind of influencing the reception, I think, for Pharaoh. So that's the kind of video I'm doing tomorrow. But I agree. I mean, you know, CA is calling it the next big historical, and it's a bit hard to believe, you know? I mean, we've had a lot of hype in the last couple of years, a lot of leaked info about a potential Medieval 3 or Empire 2, and if this is a saga game, right, which it pretty much is in all but name, then surely there is a new major kind of actual historical game around the corner, and surely either one of those are Medieval 3 or Empire 2. I mean, we do know there's a mainline historical team, and that is not Sophia, so they must be working on something, right? And I mean, everyone's bet at least is that that something is either one of those games, Medieval 3 or Empire 2. So we'll just, you know, have to hold our breath and see, basically. Right, so we've got Dalmatium. I'm going to start moving this army south here, and we're going to move this one south to Apollonia as well. So we'll do that, and hold on. Does this mean we don't reinforce? Forces cannot muster new units. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll just keep them there. And then I think, yeah, what we're going to do with this army is send them south here and probably attack Larissa. If we can attack Larissa, take it, corner Pella with 2 of these armies together, then all we have is Athens and Sparta left in Greece, which would be nice. That would be a lot of progress there. So we've taken Delminium. We're not going to do any sort of, well, we could repair this one. And no, I don't think we're going to repair that. So let's get rid of it. We've got Epidamnos. We've got a fortified garrison in Epidamnos, which it does provide some bonus to banditry. Banditry is at 0. Does do a lot of public order as well. Okay, let's keep it for the moment. Let's keep it. Yeah. And then +1. Rome is at -3, and it's just like, why? Events at -5, which just seems really off. +1 public order, all provinces. +2 public order per turn. Let's do that. And let's do that as well. And then I don't think we're going to do anything in our new cities here. Apollonia is good too. We could probably upgrade Apollonia actually to a higher Latin cultural influence here. Latin culture is actually quite high. Let's do research rate then. And let's do a... No, let's keep that as it is. Apollonia is producing food. So we'll just tax the province as well. Deploy the agents. And we've got some skills to give to the general. So let's do empire maintenance, public order banditry, and we will do upkeep for all land units. Nice. Total War Pharaoh, immortal faction leader, and no family tree really hurt for me. Yeah, there's a lot about Total War Pharaoh that, you know, they're bringing some features back, which is great. You know, we've got general bodyguards, yay, you know, that was in the Troy historical mode as well. We've got ladders and sappers, some more siege equipment, which is cool, you know. What else do we have? I mean, we've got this kind of political cultural system, which allows you to become a member of the Pharaoh's court or to generate enough legitimacy to challenge him, which is, again, interesting. Political mechanics, cool. One thing I did notice, though, I don't know if you guys play Warhammer 3. I'm pretty, or Warhammer 2, because it's in there as well. I'm fairly certain that the political cultural system they're doing for Pharaoh is actually ported over from the vampire coast culture faction in the Warhammer games. So the Vampire Coast are a bunch of vampire pirates, and they have this like it's not a political tree, but they have this kind of like leadership tree in which you can assign generals and admirals to various positions in your kind of like hierarchy, your system of leaders. So it looks very, very similar, I'm not gonna lie. And I think it's at least partly inspired or partly ported over from there. I don't know if you guys play Warhammer though, so let me know if you do. If you agree with me or don't. Shield wall mod is still playable. Dax. I know that it only works for one faction. So if you're gonna play it, I'm pretty sure only one of the factions really have that kind of overhaul. But it definitely does work. I don't think it's being worked on anymore in terms of mod development. But I can recommend it, definitely. If you're gonna play TOB, in my opinion, Shield Wall is as close as it gets to something like DEI in terms of an overhaul that really works on mechanics and the like, basically. We got some more Empire maintenance we can do here. Yay. Look at that. I mean, we do that and we get an extra 400 income, which is just crazy. Minus 1% Empire maintenance there as well. And then we've got this army that can start moving down. So, I think what we'll do is we will... Is this still within my territory? It is. So let's move this guy down this way. And we will do a couple turns of cavalry recruitment. And then in the meantime, I've changed my mind. This army is going up towards Pella as well. So the two of them are going to meet at Pella, and then they're going to slowly make their way towards the inner kind of like Greece here.
Commander, faster, curse you all.
+7. Nice.
Ready for battle.
That should help with the replenishment as well. Excellent. Again, Magna Graecia with -8 public order. Where are these events coming from? That's the only problem I'm having here. Let's just send the old wife. Magna Graecia, there you are. And we've got a lot of income actually as well. We can probably decrease the tax level here. -4, -5. What is up with this public order, dude? It's genuinely ridiculous. And Dalmatium has some room here. So we'll just do... Latin is on the rise. So we'll just do an aqueduct, I think. Hack through CA's computers and leak Pharaoh on your Discord server. Personally, as an Egyptian, I'm interested in Pharaoh, but I also feel scammed. I mean, why didn't CA make Pharaoh from the start as a Bronze Age game and gave it? Yeah, that's another really good point. I mean, people like look at Troy as Troy, right? But Troy is a Bronze Age game. I mean, one of the again, one of the really weird things about a saga game that is set in an era like the Bronze Age is you've got Troy and you don't have the rest of Anatolia and the Levant and Mesopotamia and Egypt. It's just a very strange approach to a total war era. It's just like, this is why I don't think saga games are all that good, because it's really interesting to have multiple different styles of cultures, of artworks, and these cultures have their own style of units, their own designs, right? That's why you know, major historical games are so interesting. You can play as Athens, which is a totally different culture, and have a great time defeating Rome, whereas in Troy you don't really have that. You've got all these Greek and Trojan factions that are so similar, and they're attacking each other, and it's just very bland. I feel the same way, for example, about Shogun 2. I mean, Shogun 2 is regarded as one of the best Total War games from a battle perspective, especially. But on the campaign, things are very bland. It's a very samey campaign experience. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty meh. It's a pretty meh thing for yet another Bronze Age game to be made and to omit huge regions like Mesopotamia or Greece. I mean, not to have Greece in a Bronze Age setting. It's just really, really strange. Right, so we're on the offensive here. And we're going to send this army down towards Pella here, and we're going to have this army come off the patrol stance to besiege the city. We've got Lepidus defending. They might actually attack us, you know.
Let them cower before Rome!
And what we'll do is we'll just send the spy south to Larissa just to double check. We're not going to get flanked or anything like that. So far so good though, so we should be okay. That's being repaired slowly but surely. Yeah. Everything's in the negative again. Such a tough mod to navigate public order wise. Do we want naval battles from Pharaoh? That's a good question. I mean, naval, in my opinion, like ship on ship battles in a Bronze Age setting is a bit weird. It could be interesting if it's done in a very kind of minimalist way. But I think what would be even more interesting is kind of sea to land raids. So you could have like a big army mixed in with some naval units invading a settlement by sea, which happened, of course. I mean, the Sea People's invasion, there were a lot of coastal attacks, right? So you can have this kind of battle mode that is a sea raid. It's a sea raid battle in which loads of waves of units are attacking a settlement or, you know, an area or region, and you have to defend against it, or vice versa. You know, you could be a Sea People's faction and attack a coastal town and city in this kind of coastal battle. It could be really interesting, a very interesting style of battle, but I don't think CA are going to do it. To be honest, I think the battles, there has been a lot of focus. It looks to me like, anyway, to make siege battles a lot more playable and fun. They're taking a book, a kind of a page out of the Rome 2 book, as far as I can see, in terms of big sprawling cities and huge walls with gates, and they do look really good. If you want my opinion, I think the siege battles in Pharaoh do look quite good, but I think because of that focus and resource into making siege battles great, there won't really be a lot of room to make naval battles or naval raiding battles. I just don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Right, so can I not? There we go. That should work. So we're attacking the city of Pella. And we're going to take that over and shift our gaze towards the south of Greece.
Ready for orders. At your command.
Oh, we can actually go ahead and just besiege. No, hold on. We need a bit more recruitment, I think, in this army. And then we can attack Larissa. Pella is pretty stocked up, though. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of this building then. And what we'll do is we'll move the spy down to Sparta to see if they have anything there. There's an enemy fleet just over south of the coast as well. I'm not going to repair that. What else can we do here? It might be worth actually upgrading Rome, because that's going to probably give us a lot of money as well. We have some dignitaries to upgrade, so let's just do that as well. Really quickly, some empire maintenance, which is good. We'll do the tax, the zeal, and I'm guessing we're doing the same with these guys as well. Yeah. Cool. Is there any specific reason for CA to choose Pharaoh over 2 games that come to mind that players have been asking for years? I mean, the only thing I can tell you, dude, is it's being developed by Sophia, right? So Pharaoh is being worked on by a smaller studio compared to the mainline historical team that we don't know what they're working on. So the best answer I can give you is there probably is a Medieval 3 or Empire 2 being worked on in the background. We just don't know about it. We have this kind of like filler historical game in between for us to either be milked if you're going to pre-order it or flop, which, let's be real, at the moment it looks like it's going to be another kind of 50-50 Troy, 50-50 new mechanics, new setting, kind of evolved, not even evolved, battles that have brought back features that we missed. That's kind of how it's looking like for me at the moment. And then hopefully in the next year, or I'm hoping in the next year we get a Medieval 3 or Empire 2, but who knows? Where Bronze Age, Iraq, Babylon? Good question. Good question. Hey, Senpai, how's it going? Or First Nations. I mean, that's absolutely a proper America's Total War, like a colonial or a New World style Total War. Could be great too. Could be really good. To create a Phoenician sea trading empire. I would love that too. Definitely. Back as Gab. These sagas are outright cash grabber, and I'm really thinking about not buying Pharaoh because I'm afraid it will be like Troy. And as Greek, I really like the art style in Troy, but the battles are trash. Yeah, man, exactly. I've been playing Troy for the last couple days to kind of wrap my head around why I didn't like it and how it plays today. And you're totally right. I mean, the artistic visual style of Troy is incredible, but it falls flat in every single way possible for me in terms of being a Total War game. It's just not a fun Total War game, and it's very weird. I genuinely don't understand how CA just made this token of a game. It's really weird. All right, so Apollonia could use with a vintner, so we'll just do that. And we've got Larissa besieged, so I'm very inclined to just go ahead and take it. Hopefully we get a new title next year. Hopefully. Hey Terminator, I'm just swinging by to check out your stream. Sorry I'm late. How's it going today? Good. Not bad, man. Not bad. Great to have you here. Yeah, it's going good, man. I hope you're well too. It's been really fun. I think we've done a pretty good job. Just a recap of properly invading Sulla. So we took back the key cities of Italy. We've come down to Greece. And we've done a good job so far. We've taken the majority of their Greek cities. Now with Larissa too, reuniting this province. And then we're going to go for Athens and Sparta next in this campaign. We'll just do some patrol stance here. And we'll leave this army in the city for now. And I think we will start... Oh no, we are. Whoa! Larissa is generating 3,000 in income. That is insane. How is it doing that? It's Pella. Subsistence. Interesting. Let's look at Pella for a second. It's got to be the main city, isn't it? 1,100 from subsistence. Yeah. So upgrading these main settlement buildings are going to be huge for long-term income, I think. So let's just do one there. And Dalminium is still not quite there. Hopefully in the next turn it'll be full up. That would be really good. Okay, cool. Nice. So do we have any skills to spend here? We don't. That's okay. Let's just end the turn then. But yeah, how are you, Joe? It's great to have you here. Great to see you again. Imagine making a Bronze Age game and not adding Babylon. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, my biggest complaint about Troy, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be my biggest complaint about Pharaoh as well, is we've got these games, these saga style games, right? And they're fair enough, okay? They're a snapshot in time looking into a specific conflict within a very specific area. Okay, I get that. My biggest problem is this area is very small in the grand kind of scale of the world, with that kind of context, and it's packed. It's literally packed with settlements everywhere. That when you kind of do that, it makes it feel like they're worthless. You know what I mean? There's a certain point in your campaign, especially with the way I felt today and yesterday in Troy, where you feel like there's no point expanding out because you've conquered this small area within the Troy campaign map. You're making all the resources you need to be making to survive, to create like high tier stack armies and defend against any invasions. And you get to a point where you're just bored. I mean, you don't need to continue expanding. What's the point if you've already got like 20, 30 cities under your belt? You're producing an insane amount of resources and you've already got the highest tier stack armies that you can get. It's just a little bit pointless. I feel the same way actually in that regard with Warhammer 3 as well. There's this really weird like post TOB kind of design in Total War, in which you have researched a bit and you've expanded out enough that you've basically reached the highest potential of your faction from a army perspective, from a production perspective, and there's just no more to it. There's no more strategy to it. And I just don't enjoy it. Yeah. Hold the entirety of the following provinces: Hellas and Illyricum. So we've already done Illyricum. Hellas is over here with Athens, Sparta, and Herepna and Crete. So let's do that. Let's go after this army here. Tetricus. I hope you're right in that Medieval 2 or Empire 3 is being developed. Hopefully, man. Me too. The biggest problem is the Tom and Jerry soldiers in the battle animations. Yeah, that's a big problem too. Moral of the story: just wait for the Age of Bronze to release. Yep, that's pretty much the moral of the story. Right there. The purpose of Total War is literally become the British colonial empire. Okay, fair enough. Interesting take. Right, so what else are we doing here? I think what we should do maybe is move this army off. Start moving him south a little bit. Apollonia is probably fully garrisoned now. It is. So we can move Marius to support the siege of Athens as well. Or we could probably move him up to Pella and move this 1st Italian Legion up to Athens. So we're done with some... What research have we just done? So we did the consensual contracts. Whoa. Okay, cool. So, oh my god. +3 influence, +8 loyalty, +6% tax rate, -8% empire maintenance. Holy shit. Nice. Why don't we go for some Imperial unit upgrades then? Turn 210, Imperium 7. Okay, maybe not that. No. Okay, that's quite a lot as well. Let's go for this one. Nice. We do have a lot of money, so is there anything else we want to build here? Maybe let's go for the grain pits. And Rome, we could probably increase this one and go for a harbor. Got shitloads of income. So let's just bring that down even further. Everything's in the positive, which is great to see. And yeah, I think that's it. Medieval 3 or Empire 2? I think it's got to be Medieval 3 for me, guys. I love Empire. Well, the concept of Empire. I think the design is really cool. It's a broken game, but it's just an Empire 2 would be amazing. But for me, it's got to be Medieval 3. What do you think of Total War Pharaoh? Empire. I did a video on Friday. You should check that out for all my thoughts on Pharaoh. Shame that in their saga series, they never made a Total War Crusades. It's true. That is very true. There are so many. I mean, there are so many eras that CA could make a saga game on. It's just like if they added just that little bit more effort to make it contextually relevant. You know what I mean? Like if you think about Troy, right? And you have like just the northern tip of Lower Egypt at that time. So you could have like 7-8 cities up there, which would be great. I mean, just to have an proper Egyptian faction would be interesting. And having like the Hittites. I mean, there is an actual central Anatolia part of the map of Troy, and yet there's no Hittites. And for Pharaoh, it's going to be exactly the same thing. We're going to have Egypt, we're going to have the Levant, and we're not going to have Mesopotamia. We're not going to have some of those interesting factions. So just having even a sliver of that to make it a bit more culturally diverse would be really, really cool, but that's not going to happen. Just the tip, Pharaoh, just the tip. That's all we need.
I am unstoppable.
You are unstoppable. Right. Let's move this army up to Pella, and I'm going to move this one down to Athens here. So we're just going to take Athens here, see what kind of buildings they have, do any conversions, and then focus on Sparta. We're going to loot the city here. It's quite a rich city. And let's see what they have. So they have a supply pit, which is actually quite good. We'll repair that. We will we're going to get rid of, do we want to, I kind of want the auxiliary barracks. We'll keep that and we'll get rid of the we'll convert it. And then we've got Marius, of course. We'll just repair that as well. That's going to be a massive jump to income in this province, I think. And over here, we can probably just do the patrol stance to help with that. Again, we've got tons of income to play with. So let's see what we can do here. What are the provinces? We've got Cisalpine 564. It's not a lot of income, really. Let's do that. And then Magna Graecia, I think, is fine. Sicily is another big powerhouse that we can build up a bit more. So let's upgrade some of these settlements. Be a fishery here. And a farm. Yeah, we'll do a farm here. We got some banditry, so we could do a public field. That would be nice. Lower that banditry.
Ready for orders. At your command.
All right, it's the spy that has the skill. I don't really care about spy skills, to be honest. I hope CA will add you as an Easter egg. How would they do that, do you think? Oh, Philippakis is getting angry here. Another saga in the Bronze Age. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Hey, Gyrosmeister, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. We're doing a little Greek invasion with Marius, and it's going pretty well. I mean, we've got a few decent armies. We've almost captured Sparta. We've got Crete to take over as well, and then we're basically going to be done in this campaign. My channel logo? Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, they could make me the voice of a general. That could be interesting. How would I could approach them, you know. I could just be like, hey, if you need a voice actor for any of your characters, generals, whatever, hit me up. I'd be happy to do some voiceover work. Make me the voice of the advisor. That could be fun. Let's give it a trial run for Marius. Okay, I'll do it in a second. Hold on. Let this end turn finish. A bit tired, otherwise fine. You? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm a bit hungry, getting a little hangry now, and I'm good. I'm training for a half marathon, so I've been running a lot the last few weeks, few months. I did a 10K run on Sunday, which was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. So I've been doing a lot of running. That's been very good. Playing a lot of Total War. I've been playing Troy in the last couple days just to familiarize myself again with what a saga Bronze Age game is like, since we're getting another one. And that's about it. I've been trying some new games. I did play Division 2, which was a bit of a disappointment, really. I also played Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which again was just a little bit crap, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of me, man. I've just been chilling out, really. Getting back into the channel, as I am now, as you can see. Oh, snap, dude. All right. Where did you come from? Excellent. So we've got an army here. And what we'll do is we're just going to trade. Hold on. Which one is this? This is the Second Legion. So let's take away some of these units that are a bit damaged. And let's give him a couple of these. That would be good, definitely. And got the Thoropheroi. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. So that's a much nicer looking stack there. And if they do attack, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, really. But if we attack him, obviously, I think he is supported by the city. So it's kind of like a stalemate over here. This should be interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's do a voice, a little advisor voice. Okay. I'm gonna have to, like, okay. You are oh god. You are Marius. What is his actual name? Hold on. Right. Here we go. You are Gaius Marius the Younger. And you I'm not really feeling it. You're Gaius Marius the Younger, and you have Sulla to your east in Greece, ready to knock on your door. I could do it. I need to do a bit of practice. So what we'll do here is we'll do that. I think we'll just repair these really, because actually no. What am I saying? We don't need to repair these cities. It's fine. Let's just wait for them to attack us. That's going to be the main focus. Beneventum is in the positive, so we can just build an olive farm there. And then we've got Asculum as well. We'll get some salt. Julius Caesar has some skills. Empire maintenance and public order. And, you know, let's give him some warrior skills as well. Maybe general speeches. Yeah, that could be fun. That could be a nice kind of voiceover work to do. I still think the special Scottish general speech fits you better. Yeah, I could do some Scottish general speeches. That could be fun, definitely. I would definitely have to work on my Scottish accent though. Yeah. What is your real name? Sure, I could tell you my real name. My real name is Gem, guys. It's Turkish. I'm half Turkish, half Scottish, so Gem is a pretty common name in Turkey. It's spelt C-E-M, and it's pronounced like gem, like a gemstone, or, you know, gem, like a G or a J. And yeah, that's my name. Now you know a little bit more about me. Yeah, I feel like these load times are getting a little slower the deeper we get into this campaign. Okay. So that's where the Egyptians are going to attack. They're coming up to Kyrene here, Kyrene. And it's a major city, so we should be able to defend it. I'm not too worried. Yep, that's my name. Do you have Reshade? Yes, I do. Check out my Rome 2 graphics guide, NWMV. Because it's all in there. All right, guys. So this is going to be the final showdown, I think. We're going to attack Sparta.
We take this settlement for Rome!
And surround it. And in the meantime, we are going to attack this army here.
At once,
All right, so they're going to retreat.
we hunger for battle.
Which is okay.
Advance,
They are a bit more impressive,
Commander.
troops-wise, than I am. Yeah, they have some nice units.
We hunger for battle.
Could take the city, though. I think that's the move here. Take the city, and then they're gonna have to attack me, basically.
At your command.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be the crack right here. And then -8, that's okay. We've got the statue of Zeus at Olympia, which is gonna be very nice. Very, very nice there.
At your service.
Let's leave that. Then we've got a bit more money to play around with again here as well. So we'll just do that, I think. Cool. I think we're all good for this turn. Just gonna see if there's any Empire maintenance here. Yes, there is. Nice. Cool. What do you think about a vlog to Turkey? I don't think for this channel. I could do another channel about that. Sure. As far as I'm concerned, DEI is up there with NTW3 for the best mod for any Total War game ever made. I agree. Steel Cobra, definitely. I mean, yeah, I started this channel playing DEI and making videos about DEI. DEI has always been the GOAT for me. Napoleonic Total War 3 is good. There are other good mods for Napoleon as well, though, if you want my opinion. I mean, Field Command Napoleon is pretty good as well. I don't know if you've tried that, Steel Cobra. How do you want us to call you? I mean, if you guys are comfortable, you can just call me Termy. I mean, you can call me Gem if you like, but the channel is Terminator, and people on like in terms of like the gaming space call me Terminator. That's my Steam name as well. So it's up to you guys. I don't mind at all. Abdulaziz, I won't do a vlog for Turkey here or Istanbul, but I would do it for another channel maybe. To answer you. EB2 and stainless steel. Yeah. I think what else is, oh yeah, Egypt is really kicking it up a notch in the Mediterranean. Dax of the Flame. I'm new to Total War, so I don't know very much. DEI is the mod that I'm playing here, Dax. So, Dividate Impera is the kind of expanded abbreviation. It's a mod that I've got loads of videos on it, but it's a mod that basically makes the game a lot more realistic and adds some mechanics that makes it more challenging. So, for example, in kind of, you know, an average city, if you want to recruit an army and start recruiting units to it, you need to look at these buttons over here. So you've got a population mechanic. Every style of every kind of pop, patrici, plebs, proletarii, peregrini, these are population classes in which you recruit units from. These are your pools. So that's a whole new mechanic in Rome 2 Total War that this mod adds. And yeah, there are mods out there just like this. I mean, the ones that have been mentioned here, Stainless Steel, EV2, these are mods that definitely add factions, they add units, and they completely overhaul the game to be a new experience. That's what mods are all about. Field Command is was multiplayer only, but it does have a campaign now. So it's not just multiplayer anymore. Right, so I think to top this campaign off, guys, we are gonna go ahead and attack this army. We're just gonna do one more piece of recruitment here. Let's get some Toxitoy. And let's see if they run away. They're not gonna run away. Let's do a big final showdown with this campaign to defeat this Sulla army in Greece. But yeah, Dax of the Flame. I've got I've got videos covering what mods are like in Total War and how to install them, like a basic guide on everything you need to know. I've got a video like that. You can search for it in the channel. I've got tons of mod spotlights across most of the Total War games. I've got playthroughs and guides as well for some of them. So if you're totally new to mods in Total War, if you're new to Total War and you're new to mods obviously as well, then I highly recommend you check some of these out. They're really, really good. Have I tried Turkish kebab? I grew up in Turkey, so I have had loads of Turkish kebab. Yes. I recently watched your video about Total War Pharaoh and wanted to say about the factions that the developers let you to play only Egypt, Hittite, etc. because maybe they're planning to add more cities to add with DLCs. Jean or Jean, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but I very much doubt that CA is going to be expanding the campaign map. I have very, very big doubts about Mesopotamia ever being added into the game. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they're going to add new factions. Sure, fair enough. And they're going to have a separate campaign DLC, which we don't know what that is yet. But I guarantee they will not be expanding the campaign map. They've never done it before in a Total War game. And if they did, it would be the first they've ever done that. So I would love it if they did, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Right, so this is a fort battle. It's a fortified position battle. And generally what happens with these battles is the AI sallies out. So they're going to come straight through here. We're going to avoid going in because of the towers. We're going to have reinforcements come up from over here, which actually I should be setting up my army this way, really. Okay, let's just do that. They're going to sally out, definitely. And we're going to have some reserves here in the back. We'll have these guys back here as well. We'll have the bulk of this cavalry on the left. And we'll have the general on this side providing some buffs. And then we've got our Jav. And the Jav can probably sit right here. All right, so yeah, we're just going to wait for the enemy basically to push us.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
It was tasty. Yes, it's always been tasty. Yeah, so different campaign DLC. Who knows what that is? I mean, yeah, it could be like a Wrath of Sparta style kind of campaign. I have no idea, honestly, no idea. It could be a Mesopotamia campaign. Great, but honestly, why aren't you just doing a Bronze Age game then? Why are you splitting it all? It's all for money, right? It's all, you know, they made Troy. They got a lot of huge amount of money from making it exclusive on Epic, and now they're just gonna try and milk another Bronze Age game, is my impression anyway. Right, so we've got the rest of the reinforcements back here. Let's just group these guys up for a second. Send the cavalry this way. And we'll have the heavy infantry back here in reserves. And then we'll have these guys think we'll have these guys coming up like here. And we'll have these guys coming up here. And we'll have the slingers roughly here. They're still taking a lot of time sallying out, which is fine. Got a lot of reinforcements catching up to us. They're attacking the Theros Tarantinoi, which is kind of a throwaway unit anyway, so I'm not too worried. Just waiting here as everything kind of catches up. So bear with me, guys. All right, pretty much everything is in position now. They are starting to push me, which is very interesting. Get these guys up.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
They're out of range of the towers now as well, so we can have some good time. Good times.
Tarantine cavalry! By your command.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Oh, they're coming in all right.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Riders, advance!
Let's take this cav unit out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Jupiter gives us strength! Quick march! Legionaries! Sons of Mars! Legionaries! Legatus! Yours to command! Jupiter gives us strength! Missile infantry ready! Yours to command!
Oh, the general stayed behind. I was wondering where the general was.
Duty!
Our general is under attack.
Clearly, he was sitting back, relaxing.
By your command! Double time! Legionaries! Ready and waiting! Melee infantry ready! Legionaries!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Commander! As you command! Ready and waiting! Tarantine cavalry! Brave Romans to a man!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Your orders?
Hey, Impractical Brit, how's it going, man? Pretty good over here. Pretty good.
Jupiter gives us strength. Legionary cavalry. Brave, ready for orders. We await your command. For glory.
I mean, all that's left is the general, really. Everything here is going to fall pretty quickly.
Legionary cavalry.
Just getting everything into position.
Sons of Mars. Advance. Yours to command. Prepare to go. Orders. 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 Flying west. Marius fields your orders. By your command. Ready and waiting.
Gonna need to go for another charge with these guys, I think.
Yes, Commander. Ready and waiting.
All right, they're out of ammo. Okay, fair enough.
Tarantine cavalry. Romans, ready for duty. Legionaries. Jupiter gives us strength. Advance. Ready. Forward. Legatus. Yours to command.
Lots of retreating units back here.
We await orders. Victoria. Leaders. Ready to ride. Commander, at your service. As you command.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Fire spears.
General's still sitting back.
Legionary cavalry. Ready for orders. For glory. Melee troops. Legionary cavalry. Brave Romans to a man. Into flying west formation. Ready to ride. Heavy slingers. Stop. Legionaries. Legionaries. Tarantine cavalry.
Yeah, I mean, the cavalry's doing okay, but they're not really causing any sort of cascading morale
Yes, Commander.
breaks over here at the moment.
Legionaries.
Let's go for one more charge here.
Legatus. Forward. Legionary cavalry. At your service.
Nice. That's awesome. Looks like some of the units are retreating. Look at these beautiful legions. All right, yeah, they're all starting to break, which is really good. Nice. All that's left is this general, but I don't really want to get in there. I want him to come out.
Legatus.
All right.
Legionary cavalry.
let's get all of this infantry over here like this. I'm not going to throw the cavalry in there. We're just going to do full-on infantry. Rome 2 looks better than I remember.
One of our units is used
Ah, glad to hear you think so. Oh, it's good. It's good you say that. Lots of graphics mods and Reshade here in action. There we go.
has used all its ammunition.
Excessive force. Nice. How about you, Impractical Brit? How are you, my man? Welcome to the stream. You know, we took some losses, but I mean, Roman versus Roman army, you're always going to expect a little bit of casualties here and there. It's not too bad. 15-minute battle, a nice, chunky, meaty 15-minute battle. Like when I was playing Troy earlier today, the average battle lasted like 4 minutes. And keep in mind, like 1 or 2 of those minutes at least is you charging up to the enemy, right? Like getting up to them. It's just ridiculous. I really do hope Pharaoh actually has slowed down tactical battles. I've seen some of the like battle gameplay videos, and like people like Simsy, for example, or Jackie Fish, they're really kind of saying that battles are a bit slower and more tactical. But I don't know, man. It still looks a bit kind of wonky and jarring and fast and blobby. Do you have battle tutorial videos? Are they pretty universal across different titles? I mean, for melee specific titles, they're pretty universal. Apart from, I would say, Shogun 2. So like if you wanted to look at a battle tutorial for Rome 2, you would probably have the same kind of recommendations for Attila, for Thrones of Britannia, yeah. I have a battle tutorial for DEI, actually, specifically. So you can link into that if you like. Have I seen the Turkish guy versus Greek debate? Yep, I have indeed. Yep. Right, guys. So, with that is pretty much the end of our campaign. We really wanted to just push Sulla, because this was a Roman civil war, right? And the aim of the campaign was to kick Sulla out of Italy and take back Greece from Sulla as well. And we've pretty much done that. So that's basically the end of the campaign here. This is a campaign victory as far as this kind of Roman civil war goes, and we've done it. We've defeated Sulla back. It took a few more episodes than I thought it would, but we got there. I wonder if, before we finish this off, I wonder if Sulla will want to have peace, because we've basically beaten him back. No, he doesn't want to do that. Okay, no worries. Well, yeah, so that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here for the stream. I hope you enjoyed this campaign with Marius. I might revisit it and see if we can keep going in terms of, see if we can actually destroy Sulla completely. He's got a few cities in Greece here. He's still got Crete. But yeah, for now, that's going to be at least the end of this episode. That's going to be the end of Sola, really. He's got pretty much nothing left. So yeah, it's been a really fun campaign. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned in for a video tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting and different and new. I've got a live stream coming up on Thursday for a new campaign, which I think I'm going to start on the 919 AD medieval mod on Age of Charlemagne. So if you enjoyed yesterday's video, definitely stay followed up for that. Keep an eye out for it. And eventually, yes, Philippakis, I will do a Pontus campaign on Mithridates because it is definitely a very, very cool faction to play with as well. So yeah, thanks guys. Really appreciate you being here. Give the stream a like if you haven't already. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Rome is glorious today and will always be glorious in this campaign. And take care of yourselves. I will see you next time.